Okay, let's dive into this. Welcome to today's Explainer. We're going on a little micro exploration of a seemingly mundane kitchen task. Something you've probably seen 1,000 times, but maybe never actually paused to appreciate the underlying mechanics of. Think about it for a second. How exactly do you upgrade a simple, humble potato? I mean, it's the most basic, raw kitchen staple imaginable. But how can it be instantly transformed, both in how it looks and its physical texture, with just a single, deliberate intervention? Well, that is exactly what we're answering today. Take a look at this crinkle cutter in action. Notice that bright semicircular pink handle resting right there firmly in the palm of the hand. Follow it down to those gleaming stainless steel waves biting into the pale yellow starch. And then check out those freshly cut, patterned slices waiting neatly on the wooden board below. It's just a beautifully simple operation, captured right mid-motion. All right, let's talk about the anatomy of the tool. Now, what's really interesting here is the defining feature of this tool, corrugation. In geometric terms, corrugation is literally just a series of parallel ridges and furrows. But on this stainless steel blade, those parallel waves definitely aren't just there for decoration. They are meticulously engineered to change the food's physical structure at the exact point of impact. It's brilliant industrial design applied directly to root vegetables. And yeah, we are taking potato slicing absolutely this seriously today. But to actually make that blade work, look at the right hand gripping that semicircular pink handle. This design is highly intentional. Unlike a standard chef's knife where you'd use a rocking or a front-to-back slicing motion, this handle shape allows for maximum downward force, straight from above. The user is positioned directly over the tool, ready to drive it straight down through the food. Next up, the mechanics of the cut. If we break down the sequential physics happening here in real time, we're looking at a super clear three-step process. First, you've got that firm top-down grip establishing structural control. Second, there's the precise alignment of the wavy blade right on the edge of the potato. And third, the downward pressure. Honestly, you can almost feel that satisfying resistance of the blade pressing through that dense, raw root vegetable, converting downward kinetic energy into a perfect geometric slice. But it absolutely takes two hands to make this work successfully. The left hand is playing a crucial yet kind of overlooked role here. It's gently, but very firmly, holding the side of the peeled potato. This anchors the vegetable securely on the wooden cutting board. Without this necessary stabilization against the intense, vertical downward pressure of the blade, well, the potato would literally just roll away. It's this perfect, necessary balance of anchoring and slicing. Now let's look at transforming the texture. And this brilliantly illustrates the contrast between the two states on the cutting board. Just look on the left side of the blade. You've got the bare, smooth canvas of the uncut, peeled potato, totally plain, perfectly smooth. But on the right side, you see the highly textured, wavy edges of the slices that have already been processed. In one swift downward motion, a completely flat surface is entirely replaced by deep, uniform ridges and valleys. So, the crucial point is really this simple culinary equation. More surface area equals more crunch. Those deep ridges drastically increase the exterior surface area of the potato compared to just a standard flat knife cut. This isn't just about making the food look pretty, right? It fundamentally alters the cooking properties, because when you eventually fry or bake these corrugated slices, all those extra exposed edges crisp up, giving you a vastly superior crunch profile. The form of the slice directly enhances its ultimate function on the plate. And finally, the final culinary calmness. Just look at those freshly cut, completely uniform slices lying so neatly on the board. This right here represents the completed transformation. What was once just a solid block of starch is now a neatly stacked, highly engineered culinary canvas, beautifully prepped and ready for the heat. It really is, as they say, a frozen moment of pure tactile satisfaction. You can almost evoke the entire sensory experience in your mind just looking at it. You can hear that crisp crunch as the steel pushes through the dense starch. You can feel the firm resistance giving way to the blade. And you can deeply appreciate the oddly satisfying aesthetic of that perfect, repeated, wavy geometry left completely intact in its wake. So this brings us to a final provocative thought for you to take away today. What everyday tool transforms your kitchen? After seeing just how much thought, geometry, and physics goes into the operation of a simple pink potato slicer, I'd encourage you to look at your own everyday objects with this exact same micro-analytical appreciation. There is brilliant, functional design hiding in the most mundane corners of our lives, literally just waiting to be noticed. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep exploring the fascinating details of the world around you.